Welcome to Levi Stadium for this matchup between the 0-3 Houston Texans and the 3-1 San Francisco 49ers. Nick Foles will be starting first game of the season for the 49ers after RG3 started the last two games and really was not spectacular. So with that being said, the 49ers are coming off of a terrible 30-9 loss at the Tennessee Titans. They hope to rebound from Monday Night Football to Sunday Night Football, as Austin Davis and the Texans are 0-3. Andy Lee will be kicking things off as Le'Veon Duncan is back to return. The 49ers are fresh off a trade where they dealt Carlos Hyde to the Miami Dolphins, along with a 6th-round pick for a 5th-round pick and a roster dump, as it's going to be returned by Le'Veon Duncan. Duncan cuts to the outside. He has running room. The electric Le'Veon Duncan down the sideline. And he's forced out of bounds by Chris Matthews. Matthews saves a touchdown. That is a 69-yard return. And the 49ers will start off from the 30-yard line of the Texans. Here comes Nick Foles. 0 touchdowns, 2 picks so far on the season in relief of Bryce Petty. The give is to Elgin Armstead, who picks up 7 on the stretch run. Armstead will be getting the primary amount of carries for this team, as they picked up Amir Abdullah from free agency to be the 3rd running back on roster. Duke Johnson Jr. is the backup, as Elgin Armstead trips on Freddie Young's foot, stumbles his way for a gain of 4 and a first down. Foles pumps left, throws right to Charles Johnson. That's a pickup of 6. Tyrus Gregory on the tackle. 2nd and 4 from the 13. The give is to Armstead, who spins and is stopped by Gregory a couple inches shy of the first. 2 tight ends set. Give is to Armstead. Armstead lowers his shoulder right into Gregory and picks up the first down. It's a 1st and goal from the 3. 3 tight ends set. Hill to his left. Foles drops back, fades to Fleener, who makes the grab for the touchdown. Kobe Fleener with only his 3rd reception of the season, but it's a good one, as he leapt over the 2nd-year man out of Alabama, Tyrus Gregory, and the 49ers are on the board first. It's 7-0. Ensuing kickoff from Brandon McManus will go all the way out the back of the end zone over the head of CJ Spiller. So Austin Davis and the Texans will start off from their own 20-yard line. Davis has 5 touchdowns and 3 picks in 3 starts, 53% on the season. They are coming off of a terrible 32-11 loss at home to the Browns. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Davis looks left and throws, and it's almost picked off. Intended for Marcus Colston. Picks by Dre Kirkpatrick. Doesn't have an interception yet this season, but he almost got one there. Starting lineup for the Texans: Teron Armstead, Brandon Brooks, and Kelvin Beachum are the 3 standouts on the line of scrimmage. Xavier Swaflo and David Molk are no slouches in their own right, as the give is to Theo Riddick, who is the starting running back coming in. That was only his 20th carry of the season. 3 wide receivers for Austin Davis on 3rd and 2. Throws to Matthews in the flats, and it's broken up. Jaquiski Tart jumped the route, and they're going to punt it away. 49ers back at it. They ran a lot on their opening possession. 1st and 10. Play action fake from Foles. Throws right to Lauderdale, who gets away from Clowney and tiptoes down the sideline for a huge first down. Bernie Lauderdale, one of the best young tight ends in the league, showcasing what he's got on Sunday Night Football. As J.J. Watt blows up the play, Nick Foles almost got sacked. It would have been Watt's 3rd sack of the season. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Foles steps up from the shotgun, finds Kris Arnold. And Arnold, the rookie out of Texas Southern, has the first down in his new role out wide instead of in the slot. 1st and 10 from the 12. The give is to Armstead. He runs through Tyrus Gregory and is wrapped up by Whitney Merciless and Jadeveon Clowney. 2nd and 6 from the 7. It's a delay. Give is to Armstead, and he is met in the backfield, pretty much at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 5 from the 7. Foles hit as he throws. It's Watt again. He wants his 3rd sack of the season, but he'll have to settle for 2 quarterback hits. McManus from the right hash puts it through. and it's a 2-possession lead early on for the 49ers. Texans back with the football. They go 4 wide. Colston, Hopkins, Matthews, and Josh Hill, the tight end, makes the reception on 1st and 10. That's a gain of about 11 out to their own 45-yard line. Hill had 60 receptions last season. He hopes to add more this year. Already has 7 for 113 and a touchdown through 3 games. There's a flag on the play as that pass was incomplete, and it's going to be a hold on the Texans. David Moch held Sadell Hunt, and that's going to give them, 10 yards less yardage. As throwing the flat to Theo Riddick, Navarro Bowman read it beautifully in those old 80s throwbacks. It's 2nd and 20 from their own 35. Davis looks to his right to Matthews, and it's broken up. JT Ogletree with the deflection. He has been masterful at times, the rookie out of Nebraska. 3rd and 20. The 49ers love to only send 3 in these situations. Throw to the flat to Gavin Escobar. That's a pick up of 16 less than they needed, and they're going to punt it away. 3rd and 5. Probably the last play of the first quarter. Foles in the shotgun. Looks, throws to his left, and he overthrows Kris Arnold. J.J. Watt was there to level him if he did make the play. So Marquette King will be punting this away from his own 40-yard line. And it looks pretty good. Fair catch called, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 7. Marquette King with a beautiful punt as C.J. Spiller had no chance to return it. Start of the second quarter of play. Down by 10. 2nd and 9 from their own 9. It's an outside give to Theo Riddick. He tried to go off tackle, and he's met by Jamal McNeal. A loss of 1. 3rd and 10 from the 7. 49ers only send 3. Davis rolls left and is sacked. It's the 3rd safety of the season for the 49ers. This time it was Dallas Austin, the Texas Wrangler. It's 12-0. As Elgin Armstead gets the give to the outside. Armstead breaks a tackle and gets down to the 30. That is a huge 43-yard pickup. And they are in business. 1st and 10 from the 30. Foles drops back. He's going to step up and run with it, potentially. Yes, he will. Foles, not known for his speed, found some running room as Kareem Jackson was late to react. That's a pickup of 11 and a fresh set of downs. 2nd and 7 from the 16. Foles hit as he throws, but he finds Nate Hill for the touchdown. That is Nate Hill's 3rd touchdown of the season as the route is on. It's 19-0. San Francisco holds the lead with 9:17 left in the first half. 3rd and 1. Single back set. Davis rolls out, and he is sacked. Mike Daniels in for his 6th sack of the season, and they're going to punt it once again. Andy Lee, following the 3 and out, boots it deep to Le'Veon Duncan, who's waiting at his own 14. Duncan has some running room, kicks it to the outside, spins, and is brought down after a gain of 27 yards. 3rd and 4 from the 47-yard line. Foles drops back, throws to Kris Arnold, who breaks a tackle from Brian Cushing and moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 46, trips to his right in a single back set. Foles drops back, looks right, throws. He has his man, Kris Arnold, for the touchdown. Arnold got away from Tevin Riles, the 2nd-year man out of NC State, and that is Arnold's 1st career NFL touchdown. Foles took a shot from Whitney Merciless, but it did not matter, as the 5'8" rookie out of Texas Southern is on the board. 1st and 10, give us to Theo Riddick, and Riddick will pick up 12. They need touchdowns, and fast. Play action fake. Davis looks over the middle, throws to Gavin Escobar, who breaks a tackle from JT Ogletree and is wrapped up at the 49ers 37. 3rd and 2, 2 tight end set. Riddick in the backfield. It's a pump fake and give to Riddick, and Theo Riddick will pick up 6. He has 8 carries on the ball game for 37 yards, and the Texans are moving down the field well. Throwing the flat to Josh Hill is wrapped up. Dre Kirkpatrick A great open field tackle, but another first down. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun look. Davis drops back. Looks, throws for Hopkins, and it's intercepted! Darius Moats picks off Austin Davis. A terrible pass, his 4th career interception, as Moats was watching it the whole way. Zone coverage from the 49ers. It pays off, and we go into the half with the score 26-0. The Houston Texans offense has been absolutely atrocious. The 49ers defense and offense have been spectacular to start things off. Can they keep it up, or will the Texans get their first win of the season? Seems unlikely, but we'll find out right after this. And we are back. The Texans, potentially at this point, are just playing for pride, as Austin Davis looks to his right, lofts it for Hopkins, and DeAndre Hopkins intentionally draws some pass interference. He really never made a play for the ball, even if it was catchable. He just reached out to Darius Moats, and it seems like the officials are going to side with the Texans. That's a pickup of 27 off the penalty. 2nd and 6 is a throw to Josh Hill, Jaquiski Tart. A little bit late in coverage. Davis 10 for 14, 85 yards and a pick so far in the ball game. Hill has 4 of those 8 completions. 2nd and 11, right back to Hill. He's not going to pick up the first thanks to Jamal McNeal, but he's very, very close. 3rd and 1, offset I, give is to Riddick. And Navarro Bowman stops him short. Navarro Bowman breaks through the line of scrimmage and makes a great tackle and run defense, which means that Connor Barth, who's 1 for 2 on the season, will kick it. Tyrod Taylor on the hold. Not sure why he isn't starting based on the way Austin Davis has played, but it's a 3-score lead for the 49ers. 2nd and 6 from their own 40. Foles drops back, looks, throws to Nate Hill, lets it float a little bit too much, and it's picked off. Kareem Jackson with his 16th career interception. Just a bad pass from Foles. He had Hill open if he bulleted a little bit more. Had just too much air underneath it. 2nd and 7, give is to Theo Riddick, and Malcolm Jenkins makes him pay for getting close to that first down marker. 3rd and inches from the 47. Back to Riddick, and Theo Riddick weaves his way for a first down, stays on his feet, and gets out to midfield. 3rd and 6 from the 49ers' 46. Davis drops back, feels some heat, throws over the middle, and incomplete. He overthrew the tight end, Josh Hill. They're going to have to punt it away. After a 3-and-out by the 49ers with 1:15 left in the 3rd, Houston's right back at it. 1st and 10. Handoff to Riddick. And it's a fumble! Ball is on the ground. Recovered immediately by Jamal McNeal. And there is a flag down. It's going to go against the Texans. And that's going to be a turnover. Malcolm Jenkins just absolutely flattened Riddick. And now another short field for the 49ers. Handoff is to Armstead. Weaves his way with great agility to the 9. 17 carries for 120 yards. 1st and goal from the 9. Pitches back to Armstead. Gets a couple blocks. Spins. Cuts it back. And falls forward for a gain of 7. 3rd and goal from the 2. Start of the 4th quarter. It's an end around to Kris Arnold, but he doesn't get the blocking. They're going to settle for a field goal to make it a 26-point lead once again. It is a 4-possession game. And this is pretty much all but over, barring a miracle. 1st and 10 from the 20. Davis looks left, throws it deep for Hopkins, and DeAndre Hopkins reaches out and arm bars now Dre Kirkpatrick. That should be offensive pass interference, but they're going to call it against the Niners. Two offensive pass interference penalties going against San Francisco. A little bit unfortunate for them, but it gives the Texans some life. 2nd and 10, throw underneath to Theo Riddick. Ogletree is there. 3rd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Marcus Colston in motion. Davis drops back. It's a screen to Riddick. He's going nowhere. Jawan Carey. Dallas Austin, Sadale Hunt in on the hit. 4th and 7 from the 43. Davis has time, looks left, throws to CJ Spiller. They have the first down. That's one way to move the chains. A wheel route on some pretty soft zone defense. 3rd and 3 from the 20. Davis throws to Chris Matthews, who's going to be stopped shy of the first down marker. He had to come back for that pass. 4th and 2. Another 4th down conversion attempt. From the 18, throw is to Josh Hill on the flats. Hill down to the 5 and stopped by Jamal McNeal. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down on this drive. Josh Hill has 7 receptions for 64 yards. 2nd and goal from the 2. Coming on the shotgun, give it to Spiller, and he's met in the backfield and spilled by Aaron Lynch. No gain. 3rd and goal from the 2. Davis looks around, throws a fader, incomplete. Malcolm Jenkins in coverage on Marcus Colston. And they're going to go for it on 4th down again. They're 2 for 2 on this drive. 3rd time's the charm for a 49er stop, right? Offset eye, handoff to Riddick, and Theo Riddick dives into the end zone. Touchdown Texans. They go 3 for 3 on 4th downs. That's exactly what they needed. And it's 29-10 after a quick 3 and out by the 49ers. It's a screen to Riddick, and Darius Motes along with Jamal McNeal read it very quickly for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 from their own 40 with 5 minutes left. Davis looks, throws, almost jumped again by Motes, but Hopkins makes the grab this time around. 3rd and 5 from the 48. Davis throws to DeAndre Hopkins. He's moving all over the field. Davis 21 for 30, 150, no touchdowns and a pick. 2nd and 10 from the 49ers 46. Davis looks over the middle, finds Gavin Escobar. They're getting some separation as the 49ers defense looks a little bit tired after a very long Texans touchdown drive. 1st and 10 with 3:11 left. They need to hurry things up. Davis drops back, and it's intercepted! Jamal McNeal! Green grass ahead of him! The 20, 10, 5, touchdown 49ers! As he coasts into the end zone. Jamal McNeal's first interception return touchdown. It is his 2nd interception of the season. And Jamal McNeal, the rookie first-round pick number 11 out of Wisconsin, is making the most of his starting opportunity. It's 36-10. Last-ditch effort for the Texans. Davis rolls left and is sacked. Mike Daniels in. He has 6.5 sacks on the season through 5 games, and that's going to be your ball game. Final score is 36-10. The 49ers trounce the Texans, who now plummet to 0-4. The 49ers improve to 4-1 and rebound in the biggest way possible after an absolutely terrible performance last week on Monday Night Football against the Titans. They make up for it on Sunday Night Football, so still in prime time. But they have a pretty difficult matchup next week as they head on the road to the 4-1 Jaguars. We'll get to that in a minute. The Texans only mustered about 220 yards of total offense. Nick Foles was 17 for 25, 212, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Elgin Armstead, 20 carries for 125. He was fantastic in his first game as a full-time starter without splitting reps. Jamal McNeal, 11 tackles, 2 for a loss, an interception, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. He not only is your player of the game, but he is your NFC Defensive Player of the Week for week number 5. The 49ers head to Jacksonville, as the Jaguars have been really good this season. The 49ers hold sole possession of first place after Seattle Seahawks loss. They'll be taking on the Texans, so expect them to improve to 4-2. The Jaguars sit atop their division, and they're coming off of back-to-back big-time scoring outputs against the Colts and Cardinals. 41-27, Blake Bortles, 237, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Matt Forte, 25 for 178 and a touchdown. This team is scary. They have a lot of talent, and their injuries are not exactly huge. They're big enough. Andrew Colvin and Barry Church and Jamel Fleming. That should be a sign of concern for the Jaguars, whose defensive backcourt is already weak, with Jalen Watkins, Terrell Hennings, and Chris Davis getting quality reps behind Josh Norman. Second-year man Rashard Lucas will be starting at free safety in place of Barry Church, however. and he's a pretty good replacement. He's a very talented young man, and it's going to be interesting to see how the Jaguars hold up. Blake Bortles has been masterful. 14 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season, and Matt Forte, 554 yards at 4.7 yards per carry and 6 touchdowns so far as well. Allen Robinson, Percy Harvin, Marquise Lee, Julius Thomas, Travis Kelce. The depth on this team is unreal in terms of offensive talent, so they're definitely someone to look out for, and only 1 sack allowed by that offensive line. That's a challenge for this 49ers defensive front. They're going to have to generate a lot of pressure on the road against a team that has spent a lot of money on free agents and has done a lot of good to completely overhaul their roster. With that being said, they don't have a ton of interceptions in that secondary, so it seems like this might be a more pass-happy approach for the 49ers, considering their front 7 is pretty talented. We'll have to see. You can't expect too much out of Nick Foles, and Percy Harvin is always a threat in the backfield. Foles, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks at 68% completion. They utilize the run game well, and they utilize play action even better. Armstead's averaging 7.6 yards per carry, along with 4 touchdowns and 516 yards thus far. Almost 3 players with 400 receiving yards for the 49ers. Kris Arnold has 1 touchdown. That's a big one, though. And this team also has a lot of firepower. The sacks have come a little bit more frequently, but Wes Dorsey has done a very good job up the middle, not allowing a single sack this season. You can take a look at the rest of the stats on your way out. I am Moonlight Swami. I will let you know on Twitter if I'm going to have a Real Sports video out tomorrow. I probably will, but I'm moving my setup and stuff to my grandparents' house because I'm going to be there for a couple of weeks helping out. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out, Franchise Nation.